Now we're going to move on to example 2. And an example 2 is a very similar problem in that we have a trigonometry equation. We can tell it's a trigonometry equation because the variable is inside the trigonometry. Basically, we're taking the cosine of an unknown, a cosine of some angle. So we're still trying to find an angle, but this time the trigonometry was not isolated. So that's an important first step. Make sure that before you try to do any solving steps, you need to isolate the trig. That may or may not make sense to you, but it means get any trig function completely isolated, nothing in front of it, such as this 2. So we're going to divide both sides by 2, and we're left with the cosine of x equals the square root of 3 divided by 2. So again, we're going to look for some angle that has a cosine of radical 3 over 2. Some of you may prefer writing it this way. I'm looking for the inverse cosine of radical 3 over 2. That equals x. Again, you can plug it into your calculator, but this will be a no calculator question on formatives and summatives. And so this time we're looking for some angle that has a cosine of radical 3 over 2. So we're going to look for the adjacent sides up here in our unit circle. These were left over from our last problem. So this time we're looking for any angle that has an adjacent side equal to radical 3 over 2. So I'm noticing that pi over 6 does, because it has a cosine of radical 3 over 2, as does 11 pi over 6, also has a cosine of radical 3 over 2. So those are the two angles we're looking for in this situation, pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6. But notice what's happening here. The specific instructions on this one said find all solutions on the interval 0 to 2 pi. So both pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6 are bigger than 0 but less than 2 pi. So they are on this interval. If I decided to try to do what I did with the general solution and add another 360 degrees to, let's say, pi over 6, add another 2 pi there, I'm going to end up passing 2 pi and therefore be out of this interval. So when I ask for specific solutions on the interval 0 to 2 pi, you're only going to want those angles that are bigger than 0 but less than 2 pi that have a cosine of radical 3 over 2. So that's the difference between the general solution and specific solutions on the interval 0 to 2 pi.